we continue the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation with Suwrah aarij, the ways of ascent. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, a questioner asked about a penalty to befall the unbelievers, the which there is none to ward off. A penalty from God, Lord of the ways of ascent. The angels and the Spirit ascend unto him in a day, the measure whereof is as 50,000 years. Therefore do thou hold patience, a patience of beautiful contentment. They see the day indeed as a far-off event, but we see it quite near, the day that the sky will be like molten brass, and the mountains will be like wool, and no friend will ask after a friend, though they will be put in sight of each other. A sinner's desire will be, would that he could redeem himself from the penalty of that day by sacrificing his children, or having his, or vicariously living through his children too. His wife and brother, his kindred who sheltered him, and all that is on earth, so it could deliver him by no means, for it would be the fire of hell, plucking out his pang right to the skull, inviting all such as turn their backs and turn away their faces from the right, and collect wealth and hide it from use. Truly man was created very impatient, fretful when evil touches him, and miserly when good reaches him. Not so those devoted to prayer, those who remain steadfast to their prayer, and those in whose wealth is a recognized right, for the needy who acts, and him who is prevented for some reason from asking, and those who hold to the truth of the day of judgment, and those who fear the displeasure of their Lord, for their Lord's displeasure is the opposite of peace and tranquility, and those who guard their chastity, who guard their privates, so their modesty as well, except with their wives, and that whom their right hands possess, who can attend to them with clothing and stuff. For then they are not to be blamed, but those who trespass beyond this are transgressors, and those who respect their trusts and covenants, and those who stand firm in their testimonies, and those who guard their sacredness of their worship. Such will be the honored ones in the gardens of bliss. Now what is the matter with the unbelievers, that they rush madly before thee from the right and from the left in crowds? Does every man of them long to enter the garden of bliss? By no means, for we have created them out of the base matter. They know, now I do call to witness the Lord of all points in the east and the west, that we can certainly substitute for them better than they, and we are not to be defeated in our plan. So leave them to plunge in vain talk and play about until they encounter that day of theirs which they have been promised, the day whereon they will issue from their sepulchres in sudden haste, as if they were rushing to a goal post. Text for them. Their eyes lowered in dejection, ignominy covering them all over. Such is the day the which they are promised. And doesn't that kind of remind you in parts of the Berlin Papyrus, that Rebel in the Soul book? Or maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but I guess maybe it's been printed under different names too. But that is, your friends and all this is, it's like enemies just to get, not to be dragged down to punishment, and that and the hereafter.